session.
45.
Get it.
45.
45.
45.
425.
Whoa, not that much. Imagine.
425.
That would
Oh
be
my
wild.
god. Level
Yeah.
20 already?
4 years
Level
later.
4,000. Yeah, we can just do some like quick rolls on some stuff, and then just bypass some role playing, and we can skip the ones that will take more time. But since you guys have started saying you're like, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna go every fucking where, you're Morventus. I spent most of my time between Tuesday night and last night just making fucking maps.
Oh.
Like pulled the world map out and was just like frantically drawing lines and writing names, and then taking all the blown up pictures that I've sent Krista to print out and just like drawing fucking lines and names in case you guys go there. I only started building Lego for this session like last night a little bit, and then basically did all the maps and all the minis, partial minis, which is why I have a whole clusterfuck in front of me. This morning. Last time we played, you all met up with a hunter puck, showed him your airship. It's so bad, and he said he can get it back to Helenfordshire. And you guys met the people of the Stemmed that came with him there. And you transported via plants back to your manor, your keep in Calliope, so that there are more misty horses. And a disgruntled Elchias, as he's been stuck fathering when...
Dabbing hard.
Yeah, he's like, I signed up for adventure. And you all went to Puzzles. And at Puzzles, you talked with Dakamos about the location of the genie, kidnapped by Josiah Lorley Elanus III Esquire. And they have been able to ascertain that at this point, after the amount of time that it's taken you to find that or get that information, do what you've been doing, they're probably already back in Durelium proper. And Felicia showed up, and as the session ended, I made a new light setup for this.
Ooh. A Damien light?
It was
Tavern talk.
It's a tavern.
Ooh. Ivy.
Ooh, they flicker.
Wait, they do? Oh my god, they do.
So there's some
it's not
torchlight,
like
and
those.
then there's some that just there's just some that rotate colors.
Very cool.
Very club-esque.
Yes. Dig it.
On the camera too. Can you full screen that for me, Chief? On the camera too, like the light looks really good on their end.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not distracting for you guys, but
Yeah.
it's a vibe here.
As Damien Rakos and Grad Onslow Neruda popped in, said, I've got some questions for you. What was that for?
It's a Magnus.
That's a Magnus grunt.
Really good ale. It's hot.
Hot ale.
I've heard that they specialize in heated ale here. If it doesn't burn the lips, it's not doing its job.
It's puzzling.
Where have you been?
I mean, here, there.
Yeah, we've been a little bit of everywhere, mates. We've gone back to Ciaria and had to take care of some business there.
That's not recording.
It is, it's just not tracking. Hold on.
Try again. There we go.
It's on?
No?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
It's yeah.
It's tracking slower than normal.
Well, I
It's
just
zoomed up.
I zoomed
Yeah.
up, yeah.
Okay. We've been here. We've been there.
Raw again.
And fucking where? Well, it's good to see you back. I heard word as soon as you reached the city, citizens were abuzz.
Yeah, we've definitely chalked up some interesting adventures on since the last time we were here, that's for sure.
What's up with you?
Well, the Prince Regents are keeping me very busy in their father's absence. Things are going well. Seems like most negative things are avoiding the city since Amor Ventus has taken up residence here.
You're welcome.
Thank you in kind. Very much appreciated.
That sounds like the grumblings of a reputation.
Yeah.
By
It's pretty sweet.
hearing that, right?
It is definitely spreading, yes. The citizens of the city are definitely spreading the word of the sea hag occurrence and the cannibal ship wreckers.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah.
Add
Undoubtedly.
killing a dragon to that list now.
I will definitely spread the word. Which dragon would that be?
There's a chap named Horadul and Ciaria. So,
Ah, that bitch.
yeah.
This one, and I'll like throw out the scales.
Well, oh, I'm glad I lifted my drink. That's a lot of dragon hide. Black, yes. Bit of a stick in the mud. The proverbial mud, that one.
Yeah. Liked attacking from the mud. Hiding
Yeah, those black ones are amphibious. Makes sense.
in the muck and the mire.
Took care of it though. It kind of took over my hometown, so I had to do it for obvious reasons and familial reasons as well.
Sorry. I got a rag. It's off to the table.
It smells like dragon pepperoni now.
Doc comes up and just like hands you a rag.
Yeah, thanks.
So anytime, yeah. There's a bit dripped onto the floor as well, if you could.
Yeah, the sawdust is for.
No, we keep a very clean place.
I know, I did the bag of sawdust from the door. You just sprinkle that.
Oh, yeah, and then you can sweep it up. Right. Where would we be without you?
Carpenter trick.
Nice.
What am I doing?
You're passed out in the back room.
Okay.
Yeah,
You rolled a nat one on a
I know,
con
I
check.
know. I was just making sure you didn't forget.
No, I didn't forget.
What's the good word in the city here these days, Damien?
Well, good word is, well, sort of medium word. The Prince Regents are doing their best. They were never really groomed to be kings of the city, and in the absence of their father, they are learning day by day.
That makes sense.
You'll no luck with finding the king then.
We've had search parties out ever since his random abstention from rulership. Still no luck. Sent them far and wide, north, east, south, and west.
That's been like 3 months.
It's been far too long.
Wow.
One can only hope that he is not up dire straits.
What of the rest of your cohorts? The rest of your Thieves Guild
Yeah, how's the Emerald Crest
cohorts?
doing?
What are they all up to?
Well, and he kind of hushes tones a little bit, even though I can't whisper in this accent. There's been a bit of turmoil amongst the Emerald Crest as of late. Had some traitorous behavior, but us here in Eleanor are still relatively on the same page, but there's been a bit of roughhousing, country to country. Bit of strife. People crossing boundaries we don't normally cross.
Like,
Is that a side effect of what's happening in Sinai, or is that some
Oh, Sina's its own thing. The Emerald Crest there has been almost completely abolished.
right?
Most citizens there right now are focusing on the invasion of Talitha's Waste.
Right. So this is a different thing, completely. Yeah.
A bit different. There's just some weird things going. People taking some liberties, making some moves, taking some steps. I myself have been accosted and some goods of mine attempted to be absconded with. It's
Who was doing the traitorous activity?
just other thieving types. Some high, some low. Just nothing. I mean, it happens in organizations such as ours that thieve and delve into the valuable and rare.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
Guidance.
With
Oh,
guidance.
And
With
advantage.
Yeah,
advantage?
I can help, I guess.
I think insight checks are something that you have to do individually. Because it's your
Well,
independent
Okay,
read
you-
on a person.
you roll.
I'll give you guidance,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
Not 20.
Jesus.
There he is. For 26.
22 total.
Holy fucking first rolls of the game. Let's go. He seems like he's playing it down. For sure.
Okay.
When he's mentioning that it's a bit of a kerfuffle, it seems like there's more of like a thieves' war going on.
Shit. Okay. He's just playing it like a cool cucumber.
Yeah. And he's not usually somebody that's easy to read, but those were some fucking great rolls.
I was just curious what side of the the line we should be on, and who we can maybe go all out on.
Oh, at this point, there are many factions involved. Tell you what, I'll let you know if I have any work that needs to be done, any reprisals that need to be delivered.
Or anyone that needs to be taken care of.
That's what reprisals means in our line of business.
Just as long as we're on the same page.
Oh, of course.
Is it like just an emerald crest kerfuffle? Or is it with other guilds too?
intra-guild or inter-guild? Yes.
Well, it's primarily Emerald Crest related,
Okay.
but there are other, not guilds, but other
Like-
factions involved that are sort of trying to upset or weasel into our lines of work.
Okay.
Interesting. Are they local or are they just they're
Seems to be semi-global at this point. We've had word from east, west, south.
What was the inciting incident, I suppose? What was the...
I haven't the foggiest. One day we woke up and we were fending off assassins and thieves this way and that here, at least in Eleanor.
Like they attacked the Emerald Crest here in Calliope.
Less the guild itself and more individuals it related to.
Oh, okay.
I myself have, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, killed about 18
Oh shit.
individuals coming for my works and art.
humanoid or something...
Yeah, individuals, humanoids, humanoid likes.
And just to clarify, when we first went to the guild, it was like right at the beginning of that festival, right? So the other members that were in there were from other
Correct.
They're
areas.
from other
so
places.
they don't work out of this guild.
Correct.
This is just
That was all of like the top 5 in the country hanging out because of the festival in the capital city.
right.
There are a multitude of other members countrywide,
Yeah.
continents wide.
Well, and they like live elsewhere too. Like the
Yeah.
High Five live.
Yeah, like Estefania.
High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, Estefania's from Sebastian, northern on the coast.
But they're all from Eleanor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the ones that you guys met.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while since we've...
Been a
since
while.
Yeah, it's a stained on my reputation, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just me. Cool. It's been a while since we've, of course, seen you. What's especially since the festival, everyone was here. Is it some, I guess, animosity among the top 5 for you guys right now, or is it
Well,
kind of underneath that?
I've had my feelers out amongst the members of our Alanoran Emerald Crest, and we all seem to be relatively on the same page, but
Okay.
subterfuge is the name of the game.
Right.
I am confident in our high five and our other individuals, but People can be hired for a price by individuals. Grant them a little bit of animosity, a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Plausible deniability.
That makes sense.
One can only trust so much, but I trust my individuals enough.
Of course, yeah. Well, if it's good to hear that the citizens of the city are, for the most part, safe and have some peace of mind. Of course, if we can help at all, let us know.
I definitely know how to get in touch with you should the need arise for some up and coming heroes of the realm.
What brought you to puzzles today other than bumping into us?
Oh, I came explicitly to see you.
Oh, okay.
You've made quite a name for yourself and a name amongst my city, and I've grown a bit fond of most of you.
Right.
One doesn't ignore a plausible resource for themselves, I guess is what I'm saying. And you have been a valuable asset in the past and hopefully, again, in the future.
Absolutely, yeah. That seems to be the trajectory we're on, at least, yeah. You want a beer?
I would love a beer. Chilled. A chilled beer. Not one of those hot ones. Something with a bit of ice in it. Would be excellent. Oh, yes, just, I'll be right back with you, Sir Duke. It's just a very rare occurrence to have such a member of nobility amongst our bar, but this will definitely send word around. He's kind of mostly talking to you, Dakamos, because he knows you better than anybody else. There's a Duke in our pub.
I do recommend puzzles to anyone that asks, so.
I appreciate it very much. And he goes off.
At least I can do.
Gets a tankard, and you just see him like cracking ice trays into it. Just chill that fucking beer.
Right.
Don't let me interrupt, but feel free to carry on with your business. I just wanted to let you know I support you in your endeavors and wanted to come and just reunite ourselves.
Of course. Well, we were mostly celebrating coming home and defeating a dragon and freeing my hometown and plotting course forward accordingly of where we're gonna be next. So.
Of course, and if there's anything I can do to assist you in any way, please do not hesitate to ask. So, Dad, you guys know a Duke?
Oh yeah. We're the shit.
This was a little boring, just a regular pub, but that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. You know.
Plus, I made the door, so.
All over the place.
Matt, didn't you say you were doing some stuff with the guild?
Oh yeah, roll me a d20.
Maybe.
Roll me a d20.
To moi?
Yeah.
I don't think Roston's ever met Damien.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I can't tell, is it dim?
You guys always roll natural 20s on the random events table, and I feel so bad for you because there's literally no benefit.
I guess maybe a little bit, yeah.
Oh,
No.
it's just.
I think it's just my screen settings. Yeah.
Um,
You can turn up the brightness if you want.
That's fine, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't about to turn off.
20s were fling events. Roll me another one.
7.
Roll me a d6.
5.
Fuck, you keep doing this to me. No change in weather. That's the third time he's
That's
rolled.
like the third time.
That's the third time he's rolled weather and then rolled no change to weather.
Still sunny.
Still just evening. Nice, clear, starry night. Stars zipping and zapping this way and that.
I feel like Calliope's got this on the coast kind of L.A., Santa Monica, kind of temperate kind of climate.
A little bit. It's supposed to, well, I guess getting into later months, it'll start to get blustery just on its own without a random events table. But yeah, it's
It's summer, so.
Yeah, we're in August. The night of August 20th, if I'm not much mistaken. Or are we on the night of the 21st?
I think it's the
21st.
Night of the 21st. Very cool. You like my little poop emojis?
Roston, have you ever met Damien?
Sorry, Roston Craigstone. Damien? I don't know, have I? I don't think so.
I don't think so, because he wasn't with us when we went to the Emerald Crest.
We did meet him again at the castle, though.
Yeah, when you guys came back from... Oh no, Damien wasn't there when you guys came back from Mirtaran. There was just the guards in the
when
basement.
we first got there and met with the king, he was...
That was the Sea Hag mission.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
was it?
that was
Okay.
before Roston, yeah.
Yeah.
Roston wasn't until after the Alpha Plesiosaur.
Roston and Kinneros is technically with us. So.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Kinneros. Yep, go ahead, Tate.
I had a quick question. The Roxbane are like guns, right?
They're
Brooms that fly.
What are... Didn't we find like a gun thing with all the gunpowder?
We have barrels of gunpowder.
You have one barrel of it.
Plus,
One barrel of
didn't you
gunpowder,
have a gun?
and you have, I believe, 2 muskets and a pistol.
That sounds right.
There was
Okay.
one
Yeah, we
musket
have
and 2 pistols.
a couple guns
Weren't they all on the ship?
that we found in the
Check your inventories.
Crystal
Mine's right here.
Chimera hoard.
As you go to pull your gun out, it's not there.
How well did I get a decent look at any of these guns?
Yeah, you guys had them for a while. I imagine you would have
I've
spent
been
time
trading with it, though.
studying. It's not in your holster.
I'm gonna look
Okay.
around.
Yeah, because
if it
Magnus was training
fell
with
out.
it on the
Make a
fling.
perception check.
See if
So
anyone I
would have
know,
seen him doing this.
maybe
and I
Duke
think
Lee
that
or family related,
one
might have taken
day
it.
when he was training with it, you were actually there, like helping him
Make
figure
perception.
out
Yeah,
the
see if you can see it.
explosive bit
Or investigation.
and like how much gunpowder to put in. and
Either one you
whatnot.
want. Perception or investigation. Magnus's gun is gone.
Yes.
16.
You don't see it anywhere. You look around, you are like subtly eyeballing people's belts and backpacks and straps, and you can't find your pistol anywhere.
But he
Yeah.
had it since the last time he had it when he practiced with it last, and
Yeah,
since then
it
it left.
was-
It's gone.
I was training with it earlier today.
No pistol to be found.
Did you have both?
No, I just had one.
Who had the other one?
I thought. Wait,
Or
I'm
it
not-
should just be in the bag of holding, I think.
Yeah, I think we just.
Just want to check.
So there should be another pistol and 2 muskets.
Yep.
Are they still in my bag?
Were they in your bag or in the bag of holding?
They should have been in the bag of holding.
If you open up the bag of holding, you find the other guns.
Maybe Corky took it.
Why would I take that?
Oh, I figured he wasn't
It
with us.
says I still have it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, take it out of your inventory.
Balls.
I don't want that shit. A lot of stuff can go wrong with that. That's like an explosion in your hand. Fuck that shit.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
You need to learn how to
It's a bit,
temper that explosion in your hand.
Giggity.
well, that's slightly disconcerting. Luckily, no one really knows how to use this kind of technology. So I would imagine the learning curve, unless someone knows exactly what they took. That does seem weird. Did you have it? Yeah, you had it on the fling, right?
Yeah. Well, I was training
Yeah,
with
you
it
were training
earlier
with it.
today before we teleported here.
That's bizarre.
I was training with it before we left the mansion. have
I mean, Roston's got really good at taking shit, so I mean.
Roston, did you take it?
No.
Are you sure?
Inside check.
Roll an insight check.
Guidance?
17.
Roston did not take it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna roll it.
No deception. He's like, "You're accusing me?"
I wasn't accusing him. I was just like looking at him when he said it.
If anybody, never mind. I'm not ready.
I have a feeling
Okay.
I think Duke Ickthorn here took it. What I think.
You seem to be missing something.
Yes, I am.
And all eyes are on me at this point. Look, I know I've got sticky fingers, but you don't really have any objects of the finery I like to abscond with.
I believe you.
You
Do
can roll
you?
an insight check if you want. That's good.
24.
Nice.
Tell them the truth.
Hot streak. This guy. Awesome.
Alright, just with inside checks. That's all I'm good at.
Stay in your lane, man. It's all good.
It is
Yeah.
the human lie detector, yeah. No, he seems genuinely like, you don't have anything worth shit to me. Other than your personalities. And I can't take that, can I? Or can I? No, I can't.
It still doesn't look like it's recording.
It is, yeah.
Are you sure?
It's so weird.
It's
'cause
just not-
normally
it's just not
I-
tracking. No,
I'm
it's just,
I keep looking up there like, what the frick?
if it's red, it's still recording.
Uh,
It's just not tracking it
Okay.
across the screen
Okay,
like
well-
it normally does.
It's like if you're in a plane at 40,000 feet and like trying to look at people walk. It's just so zoomed out that you can't see any movement.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just used to seeing it tracks, and
Who
Magnus
stole
is
Magnus's
gone.
something? I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
Just don't worry about it. If someone did take it, they'll get what's coming to them.
That's facts. Magnus.
what's this hole do?
Wouldn't be the first tragedy to happen to puzzles.
Yeah, their door broke.
And as Odell almost died.
That doesn't really matter compared to the door.
That's a throwback. Wow. That was like second session or something.
That was 9, session
Yeah.
9, when Zodell tried to smash the orb.
dang, that was that long ago?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, just getting ejecto
Because-
Cedo cuzzed across the.
Session 9 was you guys came back on Kratos' ship, and then got your huge lore dump about your symbol, and then session 10 you guys left town.
Right.
Dang.
And we're on session 45 at 11:45 exactly. Write me out.
Look at that.
When there's a quiet minute, nobody's watching. I'm gonna go talk to Damien quietly.
Sure. It's quiet.
Yeah. Good day.
Falconer, Estefania has told me great things about you.
I'm sure she has.
She also said that you turned down a night in her chambers. What a champ. Well, you must... How did you manage that? She is just damn fine.
Strength of will, my friend. Strength of will.
You're not one of those paladins under an oath of celibacy, are you?
Oh God, no. No.
Just curious. I would have leapt at the chance.
Oh God, no.
Not one of those psychos.
Like, I'm devoted, not that devoted.
She's kept me at arm's length for years. I've tried all of my wiles, but she only has eyes for certain types.
Take that as a compliment, I guess.
I would.
Our little Verdonis mission. Any word on that?
I haven't had word yet. Well, actually, hold on. No, 7. Unfortunately, nothing as of late.
No, it hasn't been that long, so, but I've also been away.
Well, the Donus is quite a trek, and I've heard there's some upheaval there as of late, so all we can do is wait in kind.
Very good. If any word does come, please forward it along.
Oh, of course. Our reception staff have the ability to reach out without having to even see you face to face. So they'll let you know should anything arise or occur or any news comes in.
Much obliged.
You guys think it's probably a tomorrow thing? Do you think we should go to Dernick?
Yeah.
I think we should, yeah.
Probably makes sense, given he might actually have some information about what's going on with the Tower of Zyeld, potentially. Damien, have you heard about anything like that?
The tower?
Yeah.
No word here. There's something gone awry.
Potentially.
We've just heard some turbulent news of the Tower of Zyeld just taking on some attack. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Thank you for the information. I'll be sure to put some feelers out on the Western continent.
We should definitely go talk to
Let's
Dernick
get
though
back to
tomorrow.
that
That would be my vote for sure.
Cass has moved off from your guys' table and is just flirting with a guy at the bar.
She's kind of thirsty, isn't she?
It was just raccoons.
It's just her and a bunch of trash pandas.
Dernick can cure this dragon leather for us, or if we maybe it'd be a little tasteless asking him to do that. Maybe we can figure it out on our own. I don't know. It's just
I mean, I've cured leather before.
yeah.
I'm sure I can figure it out.
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, we can maybe ask Dernick as well. He might have some best practices there.
Yeah. Or if we're all leaving, maybe we can use Roston's shop to
Yeah.
cure it. I don't know what's all involved.
Yep. Good.
Maybe even at the manor. Who knows?
Another round of shots.
Indeed.
Of course, yeah, some more shots on their way. Anything for was apparently very renowned Amoventis.
Damien, have you ever, just a bit of an inquiry here, have you ever heard of a situation where, you know, maybe you've taken treasure or you've picked up some gold that upon exchange kills people? Explodes them, perhaps?
Only their minds, maybe, with the amount I pay for some things.
Mm.
Just, you come at me again with that question?
Basic.
Here, have some gold.
Oh,
Are you actually going to give him some
I
gold?
don't know, should I?
Let's go kill him. Yeah.
It's probably not a
Yeah,
good idea. I won't do that.
Aria, that's not the move. Yeah.
As they're sweeping up dragon blood from the ground. What's that now?
I'll let you have a big bag of sawdust.
Nobody notices it.
I
Everyone's
won't
like,
do that. I won't do that.
Okay. Of all the things expected, that was one that is not. You are definitely a chaotic bitch, babe.
Yeah.
My mom wants any gold.
I don't think that would kill her permanently, though.
That's true.
I think
I
we
mean-
gotta do a little bit more research about that.
Be fun though.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as it doesn't get kicked and broken.
No, you're good.
It's my last battery.
Mm.
This one might not work. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Right.
I would.
Oh yeah, you're
It
still...
was a net one, man. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's not my
That's
fault. It's your dice's fault.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
gold, I wonder if I could steal from this guy.
sticky hand.
I'll take that.
Ah. I mean, the do you have tap just
Just like
takes money.
absorb
so.
it.
Chamomeleon's got a really long tongue.
It just bewilders me that caught on the way it did. Yep. It's funny. What are you trying to,
Oh, I wanted to steal money from him with the do you have tap.
just as a fun little experiment?
Yeah. But, it says I have to speak the numbers. You can use the magic of the item to absorb any and all forms of currency within range.
Hey, do you think we should maybe ask Damien, like, for transport maybe to the...
Oh, okay, never mind. I have to talk. Okay, go ahead.
I have
Sorry.
to talk. What do you have to talk? What do you have to talk?
Nothing.
Boop.
Yeah.
Very confused.
Yeah, we're just plotting. You know, it's recorded.
I know.
We'll figure it out. But
I just can't figure it out until after the session.
Okay, guys, first break now.
Everybody out!
So Damien, have you ever heard of the currency or gold that has been enchanted before, or maybe has got some kind of curse on it?
Well, I mean, a curse can be cast on pretty much anything.
Yeah, just like you know, in history or.
Just currency itself? No. It's a bad roll on a history check.
Have you ever heard of a crystal chimera before?
I've heard of a chimera before. Have you seen one made of crystal?
Yes, and we were able
Terrifying.
to. Yeah, it was fascinating and terrifying at the same time. But
If only there was some sort of device that could capture a instant image of that so that you could show it around. That's quite the story.
yeah, we'll work on it, I guess. Because we found this chimera's hoard, and some of this currency has been a little bit, let's just say, troublesome.
Interesting.
So,
Well, there's definitely magics out there that can suss out whether objects or groups of objects, magical detections of sorts.
of course, yeah. Just curious if it was top of mind for you at all.
For me personally, not something that I'm familiar with.
Does anyone here have detect magic?
I thought about it, but I mean, like, if we were
We
like
have so many magical items.
all the stuff and just dump it all in one pile, what's stopping it from working against us?
The lack of payment?
Well, we don't
We
know
don't
if that's
know.
what
Yeah,
the trigger
it's just
is.
it's speculation at this point.
I mean, I guess.
We technically don't even know if it's the gold. It just happens whenever we're buying something, so that's what we're assuming.
Yeah.
And it's,
He said it was like a gold blur, right?
It might be an object within
I mean,
the
it's
bag
our
or...
best guess.
Yeah.
I say Tizudel's sleeping body.
Yeah. Just,
Hold on, let me go tell Zodell you crouched down next to her unconscious body. Hey, guess what? Good talk.
What time of
Do you
night
have
is
any-
it?
At this point, you guys are probably pushing midnight. Drinking and conversing. Felicia's talked all your ears off, and as she's now passed out in the back table, Oriana and Dakamos taking care of her, putting a cup of water in her hand.
I'd like to make a sleight of hand check to tuck this napkin that I've been doodling on into my pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check.
7.
Everybody sees you tuck this except for Zodell, sees you tuck this napkin into your pocket.
What you got there, Austin?
Well, just a little sketch I've been drawn up for something I'd like to try to make. If you don't mind, I'm going to be taken off to bed now so I can have a bright and early morning. See if I can throw something together tomorrow.
Do you think, mate? Yep.
Don't get lost.
and I'm going to leave the bar and go to sleep.
You're gonna ride Curly home?
I'm going to drag Curly home, basically.
And Curly fights you every step of the way and loves every second of it.
What a fascinating, complex new relationship that is.
And the napkin is just like, goat whip.
Right.
Damien, do you have any magical purveyors in the city that you'd recommend?
Well, my go-to is Polgara.
Ah,
Us too, actually.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the
She's
best,
great.
the best and the brightest. And she's been here for decades, and just no one better. We don't get a lot of permanent magical entrepreneurs here in the city. With our proximity to Derelium. Some that pass through here and there, but Polgar is our secretive staple.
Does she have
Diamond
an
in the rough.
apprentice? Or someone she's taken under her wing, maybe, as...
Through the years,
Like when she's gone, someone kind of takes her place?
throughout the years, she's had a number of apprentices.
Actually, Kinneros, do you happen to recall anyone like that?
Kiros doesn't really know anybody else. Oh, yeah, no, he has no idea. Nat 1, he's passed out at the table.
Lay off the weed, mate.
For Gits and Shigs, Kinneros doesn't really know any of Polgar's other
Right.
students or apprentices. He was
Shot in the
one.
dark, yeah.
Yeah, and he's pretty young still too. So
Right.
she's a high blood. She's been around for a long time. Could have lots.
Yeah, we should probably talk
I
to
was
Danica.
asking Damien, though.
Plenty of apprentices throughout the years, but none currently located in the city that I'm aware of.
Okay. So no one kind of takes her place when she's out of town?
Not particularly. I mean, Dernick has an enchanter of his own at the smithy.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, not to my best knowledge.
Okay.
What about out of Alenoran? Is there anyone that you kind of go to when you're on quest or on?
Oh, yeah, various different cities, lots of different... I mean, the Tower of Zale is always a good place to start if you're out of country.
Okay.
Lots of enchanters in the guild.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This is kind of a rock and hard place situation.
Yeah, that was the downside to the Polgra thing, is she was your main go-to.
Wasn't library lady also here?
Yeah, she's
Felicia,
passed out
she's
already.
passed out.
She
Yeah, it's-
also drank too much. Basically,
she's a
one
lightweight.
ale.
Yeah, she's a lightweight and
The
always
three of
takes
us
too
are
much.
hanging in Dream World. It's like, you're here too? No way.
Let's frolic through this meadow together.
Well, I mean, if it's the end of the night, I see if Cass wants to help me take Felicia back to her place.
Oh, I can, but this guy is real sweet. I think I've got a real shot with him, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'll help with Felicia. Okay, all right. I can see the disappointment in your eyes. I get it. You're dadding again. It's not something I'm used to.
Yeah, well, either am I. You gotta remember that it hasn't really been that long.
I know. I'm sorry. I forget.
Still, it's my 7-year-old girl. I also have to realize that you're a grown woman now.
I have boobs and everything.
Yes. There.
Fascinating.
Remember, there are things that you can do now, and that I just have to deal with. I'm just hopefully that you can be patient with me and maybe do some sort of things maybe behind my back when I'm not looking.
I won't have sex with strangers in front of you. I promise.
Or Duplo.
Appreciate it.
What?
Nothing. Not my conflict.
On an unrelated subject, growing up in the Feywild, how did you end up finding that you were high-blooded?
Oh, because I was killed.
Which brings me to my next question. When I died here, I was told that there were only 4 cauldrons that you could be redrawn from.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I was redrawn from a cauldron on the material plane. And then
Then immediately got sent back, or?
Well, the Everlife takes a lot of the first lifers to the Feywild to train. We have a larger operation there than the Black Hand does. They're not really invested in that place, so we kind of have our own thing going on most of the time.
I see.
And I was taken there to Gary and Pam, and they helped raise me up and teach me all of the ways and all of how the Everlife do things.
They sound like great folks.
They're really great folks.
Are they humanoid too, or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Also high bloods?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've helped raise, I think, like 40-some of
Oh,
us,
wow.
like first lifers. Yeah,
That's
it's kind of
really
like one of
nice.
their main jobs is they help raise up the youngins who are first lifers redrawn.
What do houses look like there?
Oh, take your pick. I mean, the one I grew up in was an upside down tree in the. Hold on. I need my map. Yeah, I just booped the keyboard with my binder. I'm gonna have to be careful.
Damien, do you happen to know the closest location with the Tower of Zield? Do you hear roughly?
Yeah, nearest Tower of Zeld's probably up in Sina. We don't really have them here. The history with Elenoran and Drellium is... That's why Polgara keeps his stuff on the down low.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was probably not going to be close, but was just curious. Right. So we'll go to Durnix tomorrow then?
Yeah.
See what's what, and then...
Alright, well, I gotta take Felicia home. I'll meet you guys back at the manor.
Sure.
Cass is already kind of hoisting her up, just like, wow, you have like the craziest hair. I love it.
Alright, let's get you home, kiddo.
Bye,
And
Felicia.
you and- Every time. And you and Cass shoulder Felicia home as she's held between the two of you. Just, you guys are my best friends. That's great. Oh yeah, and Django, is you? He's like, oh, sucky, but he's gone.
Yep.
Next morning, dawn.
I'm stealing a barrel of gunpowder and rolling it to my shop.
I think you partially own it. I don't think it's stealing, but you take it from the bag of holding.
I thought they were barrels.
They're like
small keg.
yeah.
A little
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah. Like think Pirates of the Caribbean. Like when they have barrels of gunpowder, they're not barrels because you have to be able to pick them up and move them around quickly.
And it would destroy everything if it was that big.
Yeah, it's like having 38 vials of fire wine on you.
Thought we had more than one.
We have 3 kegs.
Yeah.
Three. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought
we
I thought I
definitely
only
had
gave you
more
one.
than
You guys must have rolled really good on investigation.
Alright. Well, since they're in the bag of holding then, Falconer, can I get one of those barrels of gunpowder? I want to run some tests in my smithy today.
Nice.
Yup.
Awesome.
Have at her.
Rolled 2 nat 20s and a 19.
Also, take all these goddamn rocks with you, too. Dump out 10 pounds of rocks that have been sitting
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Dude, that was from when you guys were in the Owl Dungeon.
Yep.
That was like session.
Actually, I need to
14.
make more tech bombs, so I need those rocks. Thank you.
Need any fire wine?
I have lots, thank you.
Okay.
Thank goodness it didn't start to rain.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a
I'm going
briefcase
with all my
full.
stuff to the smithy and doing all the things that we talked about and more.
All right, because I think you guys said you were waiting for your ship to come back, right?
I
Well,
guess.
Unless we want to meet it.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking potentially we could, like, meet them.
Although the ocean's a big place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just en route from Searia north to Calliope. They've got like 3 weeks of sailing left. Well, it was like 3.5 weeks.
Like Krista said it last week, we can just go get a bunch of random contracts and just do some shit.
Yeah.
Make some money.
That too.
Or we could just fast track it if you want.
It's up to you guys. It's your adventure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
First
a
off,
little bit of fuckery.
Durnix.
All right.
I feel
Who's
awful.
Who's going to Durnix?
I mean, definitely.
Yeah, I'll go to Durnix.
Yeah, I'll go as well.
I'll tag along, yeah.
Everybody going?
I think so.
I mean, if you want, I can take the hide and see if I can...
Sure. Yeah.
Rostin, is it okay if I come with you to your smithy?
So it was my intention to be up like at the ass crack of dawn before everybody
Okay.
and go to the smithy. However, I wouldn't mind going to Durnix as well.
Okay.
So maybe we accidentally run into each other as I'm showing my napkin sketch to Dernick.
Also, you guys would all know where his smithy is at this point, and if he's not with you, you would assume like, oh, we can go to Rostin's shop and
We
find
can
him.
swing by and
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Durnix and then we'll... Yeah.
All right, Rostin, roll me 3 d20s.
Oh, that's some good heat.
14, 13, and 3.
Okay. You interview some individuals for what was the position you wanted them?
Oh, you're hiring staff? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't have happened today, but I was going to
No, I'm just-
interview.
I'm just getting this one out of the way.
What?
I'm just getting this one out of the way. I'm going to go through your list
Yeah,
and
no,
we're fast tracking.
That works.
An apprentice.
Yeah, no, like an apprentice / shopkeep, so that he can make like basic things and sell them while we're gone, and I can potentially make some money.
Cool.
Roll an insight check.
$19.
Nice. So the individual that you end up hiring, his name is, I almost said Gurge. That's a Campaign 3 character.
Terrible name.
Ted. Because I looked up, saw Detour, and I just took the DET part, and the Kaiser Soze ate it.
What is it?
Ted.
Ted.
Yep. Teddy Rucksmith.
Is he a teddy bear? Has a Boston accent?
Nope. He's a human individual. He's got a sterling resume, and
Mustache.
he looks like whatever you want him to look like. And you've hired on an apprentice. Your insight check was amazing. He didn't lie about anything.
Awesome.
Teddy Rucksmith.
the shape changer. Because he could look like anything you want him to look like.
You haven't met him yet, so you don't know.
Do Scarlett Johansson now.
And now stay that way.
I probably won't be going to Durnix. I'll probably stay in like the gym area, work off the probably insane hangover. I assume maybe. I don't know how hangovers work.
You have a pretty bad hangover.
Awesome.
Blackout drunk usually leads to bad hangover,
Yeah, that's the recipe right there.
unless you're blessed.
Am I?
Which most people aren't.
No. And normally hangovers, there's only something that you can really shrug off if you're like 18.
I was going to say 17.
Yeah.
17 and certified new. Yep.
Yeah. You are practically middle-aged for a half-orc, so you're hurting. You try and train, and you like, okay, now nap.
Anyway, I'm home.
Rest of you,
Y'all have fun.
everybody, Rostin's going to Durnix. So everybody's going to Durnix, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay. You show up at Durnix, walk across town. Still various people just like recognizing you as you're traversing the city and waving, smiling, high-fiving, some of them pointing to their kids like, oh, hey, look, those guys are superheroes.
As as they enter turning. Well, great. Okay, thank you for the input. Appreciate it. And I'm tucking a drawing into my pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check.
7.
4.
Everybody sees you tucking it into your pocket again.
And I'm like, hey guys, good morning.
I mean, we already
Awesome,
know
thanks.
that he wants
How
to.
we doing today?
make something.
Hey, right end.
Good. I mean, you're up early. What have you been doing?
Oh, you know, been away for a while. Got to knock the dust off my smithy. You know, got some work to do. So anyway, I'll be going. Dernick, I'll keep you informed. Thanks for your input. I think I'll try that mechanism switch you recommended.
That's what I'd recommend.
Also, any word on my gloves?
Oh, yeah. Pulgra finished them for you. Here you go. Didn't you pay for them in advance? Did you pay for them in advance?
I think so.
I feel
Might have
it
been.
was like a half then, half now.
I think it was half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah.
It's a dusty memory, though.
Yep.
Now that Roston's here, maybe he's already had the talk. Maybe we don't have to.
Knowing
He
Lighthand, he
definitely
definitely didn't
had-
have the talk.
no.
Yeah.
Good optimism, though.
Never enjoy the talk.
Look at that. There's birds and there's bees.
Only Phoebus has a wife.
Clear Memo,
Yeah.
Cripperwell, Trick Fingers. What the fuck are Trick
That
Fingers?
we
don't even know.
of.
That's what they're called. The gloves are called Trick Fingers.
Nice.
You can
Trick.
Trick, like trickster, trick, fingers.
Yep.
2 words. You get a +1 dexterity while wearing these magic fingerless gloves.
So, like mitts?
They're just
Like biker gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, got
Like
it.
workout
Okay.
gloves.
And you can't wear your knuckle spikes while you're wearing them.
Oh.
Okay.
So they're basically
Huh.
just good for adding a dex, but they won't do any good for you in fights. I mean, you could still unarmed attack people, or hold weapons, but you don't really do that.
Should have got knuckle spike holes put in them.
There's a limit to there's an essential portion of material that needs to exist for an enchantment to be put on something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And certain materials hold enchantments better. These leather, like gold and like metals, hold enchantments better.
Right.
That reminds me, how does like multiple like jacket materials work? Like let's say like armor, and then I have my vest, and then they have like cloaks in the game. Like I don't like I'm not wearing all 3 at once. Was there like a
If stuff doesn't stack, I'll tell you.
Sounds like
Like if you had 2 vests of toughness,
Yeah, I wouldn't do 2 vests.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just
but
trying
I'm-
to think
I'm
like
just-
armor, vest, cloak, and there's capes and stuff. I don't want like
no, the vest has a magical property to it that makes you look a little bit bigger and a little more intimidating, right? So even if you have it on under armor, you still look a little bit more swole.
I like to think that if I have armor, I put it on over the armor.
Yeah, that's totally doable. It's a magical item, so it can just adjust its size like within limits.
Or
So yeah, you can armor up and then have your purple vest on top.
It's like the Red Hood putting his leather jacket on over his body armor.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
I just rewatched season 3 of Titans. Worst Red Hood ever.
All right, Roston, have a good day there, mate.
You too.
Would
See you later.
would I be able to come to your smithy to maybe try and cure the hide that Magnus has? I don't know if I can do it there, but I don't know. I feel like
Sure,
there's more
I've got a
tools.
single leather rack.
Okay.
I don't do a ton of leather work, but I always like to have some around, you know, wrapping up some equipment, stuff like that. So,
Okay, cool.
Even most metal,
I mean, if it's in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Right.
even most
small.
metal armor still have to have some sort of leather interior and straps and stuff, because you can't just have like metal on your skin or on your tunic. Like there has to be cushion and padding. So
Oh, what's that one thing?
for all intents and purposes,
Undershirt.
Roston's
Like
smithy
padding.
can be used for all of your guys' crafting needs.
Sweet.
That's great.
Should he let us?
Under like heavy plate. It's like I want to say something again.
Good thing this.
Every day at dawn, the national anthem plays.
Mhm.
just on loudspeakers on every corner.
There's a bard, a crier, a town crier on every corner. We like to party. We like
Everyone's
to
wearing
party.
their hats.
And everyone just like on their way down the street. It's good. This song gets me every time.
Yeah.
It's great. Dernick, how are you?
It's just like a gnome breakdancing.
Gamison.
Just like some random kiddos on the corner with some cardboard laying it down.
Good to see all of you.
You as well. Have you heard from Polgra at all?
Nope.
Why would you start
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
We have.
Yeah.
Have you, last we heard, of course, she was, like, battling something, going on the Tower of Zayeld. What's going on there?
Oh,
Yeah.
I felt Dernick again,
Oh, you did?
just like super abrasively.
Okay, but we wouldn't have known that though.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
but
As you
So,
and
did you hear
I
about
forgot to say that earlier.
Arya and Roston leave, and you guys come in. Like, have you heard from Polgro recently?
And Paul, she's kind of frozen in Diamond. We tried to rescue her, but well, anyway, we've got plans to get her out. But anyway, so those gloves. All right, sorry about that. See you later.
Okay.
And then you guys just walk in.
Right, that's funny.
Bye guys.
Last we heard from her, we called her to us, of course. I don't know if Roston mentioned anything, but yeah,
Yep.
we've,
Oh.
you know, we're going to do our best to bring her back and, of course, help any way we can. So just wanted to
I appreciate that.
let you know in person. Of course, my father is around now, so I'm sure he's going to be helping find my mother to reconcile it as well. So
Good.
If you need anyone to talk to,
Nope.
okay, perfect. Okay, that's great.
He's a man of few words. He is of fewer words today. And you just kind of get the sense that he is just kind of a little more shut down from the news.
just want to say sorry. You know, it's not the way that we wanted that to go, but we're gonna do everything we can. Get her back. She's
Olga is not one to not understand what she's getting into. And I understand that she is a woman that does great things in the world. And there are consequences for people who do great things that are greater than those who do normal things.
and that's not lost on us by any means.
This song definitely takes...
I'm surprised that's how long it is, honestly.
I just realized I still have tavern music playing.
This is definitely a oil and water situation.
Yeah. I will have Pulvera back at some point. She understands the risks of her profession, and I understand that I must be patient in her absence.
You're a stoic and virtuous man.
You can make an insight check.
1 tier.
16.
You just see that, like, the tool he's got in his hand, he's just white knuckling it as hard as he can. Like, he's just very placid, but you look down and you just see the immense grip and squeeze that he's got on whatever he's holding.
Yep.
I don't blame you. I can't blame anyone. It's the life she chose.
Of course, yeah. Just know that we're going to be making haste to reconcile the situation and get her back. For the world's sake, but definitely for your sake as well.
Much appreciated. There are not many like you out there in Moventus.
Appreciate that.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You as well, my friend.
You have to kind of reach up. He's a big dude.
Yep.
We don't need anything from you today. We just wanted to let you know in person and, let you know that we're doing our best.
Thank you. I need to get back to work.
Of course.
I want to hug his leg.
You come around the counter, go to give him a hug, and he squats down. And it's sort of an awkward, he like one arms you, and it goes around your whole body. But he gives you a little squeeze. His face never changing, just... And he goes back.
If we have any news, we'll be the first to let you know.
Thumbs up. Goes back to just hammering the shit out of something.
Sweet.
Well, that went better than I expected.
Yeah, guess Rostin did tell
Sometimes you just
him.
gotta rip the band-aid off from Rostin, I suppose. Yeah. Alright, let's,
Alright.
if you guys want to do some contracts in the meantime while we're waiting for Bobby Sauce and the ship to come.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the smithy and see if I can
Alright.
cure that dragon hide before it goes bad.
I'm gonna go to college if anyone wants to come.
Alright, so are
we
we...
supposed to bring that rock beak back to?
people at the college.
Yeah, I'll tag along to college. Why not?
Alright.
I mean, you might be able to do some research on high bloods too.
We can definitely fast track if you guys are going to do a bunch of extra chores, challenges, this, that, the other thing. Extra info. Oh, fuck, who's back at the college? I just gotta see who wanted the rock beak. Calliope.
Oh, Calliope!
You fucking got that stuck. That lives rent free in my brain. The one time you said that, and now every time I look at my Calliope tab, I'm just like Calliope.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I did the same thing with Elkinor.
Yeah, that.
My bad.
That's puzzles, Emerald Crest, half in, half out, Merkimer, Sailors Guild, Bloods and Suds, Blacksmith, Willenwood, Tuck and Roll, Martinall's Children, Collins College of History and Culture. Zoeberg wanted the Rockspeak. For 20,000 Gs. And she pays you 20,000 Gs for the beak and tells you that she is working on a new type of armor plating made from this very, very durable... what are birds' beaks made out of?
Bone?
Cartilage?
Yep.
Oh.
Just like this hefty sort of exo-cartilage armor that could be very useful for enchanting.
Cool.
What else you guys have that these guys want?
We don't have anything else.
No, you have... You've been told that basilisk eyes, lamia hearts, hydrospines, Medusa's head, rock's beak, unicorn horns, vordridium, and Akomos fate are all in high demand.
Oh, I didn't get those last two.
Those might be new additions.
Okay.
Vordridium and Okomos Fate are also... Vordridium is 5,000 gold per pound.
Vordridium. Sorry, 5,000.
Jesus. Vordridium, it's an airship component, 5,000 gold per pound. And Okomos Fate, another airship component, is 750 gold per ounce.
Comos?
ACO.
ACO.
MOS. PHATE.
Is how much?
750 gold per ounce.
750.
What's the context of this metal?
So at the college, these are, he was returning the Rockspeak, which was 20,000 gold to Zoeberg. And then I was just listing all of the things that, unique items that professors and shopkeepers are looking for and will pay for. So there's basilisk eyes, lamia hearts, hydra spines, medusa's heads, rock beaks, unicorn horns, vordridium, and akomos fate are all high-end. People are looking for them, or particularly the people that you've met at the college.
What do they make with the rock speak? Or they just study the shit out of them?
Zoe Berg was trying to work on using this cartilytic beak of very high strength to create an armor that is also very susceptible to being enchanted, makes enchanting it easier. So she can just make an armor that she can just people can just fast track enchant shit into. Be super expensive, but like just the bee's knees.
Bees have great knees.
Cool. And then while I'm there, I'm gonna ask about any books or info on the Underdark and Veranthrus. About magic detector people with the gold problem. And Magnus, if you're there, you want to ask about high blood stuff?
I sure do.
Wonder if they've got any info on Zaroth as well, that high priestess. And it might come along with the Underdark territory, I suppose. But
Okay.
That as well.
Each of you can make an investigation check. Anybody who's looking for any specific information in books, in the libraries, Falconer's basically got like VIP access to everything. He was just rolling in a while back and just dumping gold, saying like, here's donations, here's I'm helping out, let's get Felicia rehired. And now you're providing professors with items that you're returning from the wild. The dean doesn't like anybody, but he's kind of now at the mercy of his tenured staff. They're just like, fucking Amor Ventus, they go where they want. And he's like, fine, fuck you, Jesus. Oh no, Horatio's balls. Okay, I just got to pull up books because I have a whole thing on books.
Oh, I was going to ask about the Kelborn and that as well.
Okay,
The Berran Edge.
that'll be a separate investigation. Where the fuck are my
All
books?
good.
I'll help.
Oh, liquor, coffee, drugs, and books. That's what it's called.
What a combo.
Yeah. Just stuff that, like, I don't need an individual tab for each of them, you know? Just shove them all into one thing. Okay. We'll go left to right. So, Magnus.
I got a 6. Like, oh, let me look through this catalog card here. Oh, okay, it's in this section. Calvin and Hobbes, what's that?
This kid's hilarious. What were you looking up?
High blood stuff.
High blood stuff with a 6. Okay, so
I got sidetracked with Calvin and Hobbes.
well, a lot of this is probably going to take you guys days. One for finding things that you're looking for in the vast libraries of the college, and then the time it takes for you to research and look through stuff. So, over the course of the next few days, and Arya and Rostin, whatever you guys are doing, you can kind of fast track these tinkering rolls, because curing leather takes a fucking minute.
Yep.
Treating leather. It takes you 6 days to find a book worth your while, and you find Behind the Seal. Loose accountings of what can be observed of the Berran Edge. And I have to pee.
6 days? Let's go. So much smithing time.
Was the book in the Berran Edge?
That's like at least 72 hours that I have available to like design, research, build. Oh yeah.
Just getting hard.
6 days
Nice.
later.
You guys, I'll show you my sketch.
Yes.
This was the napkin sketch.
Ah.
That I was trying to recall the pistols we had, and I was trying to come up with my own basic design for a firearm whilst drinking, you know,
Nice.
as an artificer does.
Yep.
And so yeah, I stole a barrel of gunpowder, and I'm going to try to make a gun, among other things.
Oh, there's the chunker.
Oh my god.
I found them while I was peeing. All right, you find Behind the Seal. a loose accounting of what can be observed in the Berran Edge. No, you're good. You read this book, and it accounts for how, after it was sealed up, a black iron wall was built across the entire mouth of the Berran Edge, outside of where the force field is that keeps the Kelborn held. And to the best of your investigation, the Kelborn are the only High Bloods that are marked as being recorded. There's no history of the Black Hand or the High Hand, as you heard from Kirstania, or the Everlife or the Neverlife, as you've heard from Kirstania. The Kelborn are the only recorded that you can find High Bloods that are written about in books. There is writings about how tests have been done on the force field to see if any kinds of matter or magic can be pushed through it, and to this date there's no recorded evidence that material or organic matter can be, or magic can be pushed from one side or the other. And there are recordings of sightings through the mist, because it is a very misty, foggy place. You learn that it is sort of trapped its own sort of ecosystem. It's like a little biodome. And there are reportings of just humanoids moving through the mist, still alive within. And that's about all you get.
Okay.
Falconer, what was your investigation?
18.
18. And what were you researching?
Underdark, Feranthrus, the Drow Priestess, and the Kelborn and Berran Edge stuff as well. Oh, and the magic on the gold. See if I can figure out why it's exploding people's heads.
Okay, so first things first, Underdark.
The Down Under.
Yeah, y'all talking Australian accent.
Hello there, mate. Welcome to the Underdark.
We got giant spiders here
intimidating
too.
dark elves you've ever seen. All right, you find a book called Under the Crust that gives loose accounts of adventures through various different entrances to the Underdark. A couple of which are described as being in areas very nondescript, discovered basically by accident. Cave delvers and treasure seekers finding what they believe to be places of ancient civilization that have found themselves way beneath the earth, and delving and exploring and describing different like myconids, like plant individuals that reside there in the like the glowing fungal cities, underground deep gnomes that have whole civilizations, the dark elves, which are highly avoided because of their aggression towards outsiders. And you do find a loose map that you can make an etching of or a copy of, that will give you advantage on survival checks when entering the Underdark from the Solar Desert entrance.
Cool.
And what was the next one? It was Underdark.
About the gold.
With that investigation, you don't find anything on a specific magical golden enchantment or curse.
Okay. I would want to ask around to the people there if they've heard of anything like that.
Okay, roll one more investigation check
You got this, buddy.
Nice.
with
Oh,
guidance.
thank you. 14 plus 4, dirty 20.
Dirty
Nice.
20. Unfortunately, nobody that you talk to at the college, they can just kind of mention, like, some kind of magical items are fucked up, maybe it's cursed, but, I mean, without a sample size to work with, I'm sorry, Falconer. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
It's okay. You've all helped me lots before.
I mean, if
Why
you're,
not Zoe Bird?
if you're up to it later, we can try and dump all the gold out,
I think
stuff,
so. We should at
and
least
maybe just
separate
do
what
it.
we know we had from.
detect magic,
Mhm.
see if
Yeah.
anything happens.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
cool. And then yeah, I was looking for Kelborn and Berran Edge stuff as well.
Okay, so Magnus can fill you in on what he's found.
Yep, perfect.
So all of that, everything you've had to do, that'll cover the 6-day, 7-day, like a week-long time period. Same with Magnus.
Okay.
Riordan, what was your investigation?
21. And it
Nice.
was on. I just want to find stuff out about Mr. Hillel and Cristania, and like the history of any books or info relating to any of those two individuals.
Kirstania and Mistress Hillel. Make one more investigation check with disadvantage, just for something that I have here.
Uh, 10.
Sorry, buddy. It wasn't anything super important. It was just like a little gimmick book that I had that I made basically just for you.
Oh.
But it was just like if you come across it while you're going through the library.
Oh.
Nothing serious. Okay, you find a couple of books. You find one book called Dispelled, Withheld, Concealed, and Shelled.
Wow.
Dispelled, Withheld, Concealed, and Shelled. And it's a book on magic and magic history.
Okay.
And then you find... you find Twilith Twilight. And that is a history of the Twilight Forest.
Fascinating.
Actually, you find a third book also, too, because you rolled really well. Oh, fuck, you might actually find 4 books. Hold on. Did you roll a 21?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so over the course of a week, you find 4 books. You find the first one, Twilith Twilight, and then you find 2 more. One called Conjoining, The Continent's Early Days, and then you find Harbinger's Historic Holdings. And through all of these, you find a history... Sorry, I'll slow down.
Oh, you're good.
Find a history of, well, we'll start with Harbinger's Historic Holdings and and Conjoining, the Continent's Early Days. A history of Kirstania and how she was an instrumental part in magical development on the Western continent. And how her magic spiraled into unexplored areas of manifesting the magic that was between the planes of existence, like you guys saw her do when she tore a hole and just healed herself after being concealed for so long. States that she was powerful, helpful, assisted on the Western continent for generations before her magic started to take a turn, started to lead into the disastrous, and her unwillingness to depart from that sort of wanderlust, that sort of power seeking, and explains how the Tower of Zeld was created to combat that, and how there are still fragments of history that think Kirstania was onto something, and not necessarily an evil force, and that maybe she was persecuted unjustly by the Tower of Zaeld. But purely speculative. As when the Tower of Zaeld went to go and apprehend and confine Crystania, she was gone. Lab left in ruins, and then the history proceeds from there as the Tower of Zaeld unified and magically expanded throughout the Western continent. And then there's the conjoining the continent's early days, where it talks about how magic users were coming over onto the Eastern continent, exploring the more infrastructured side of the world and expanding on their magical knowledge and beliefs, and how now magic is more unified globally in what they've done in history. Then there's Twilith Twilight Forest history, and it talks about the Black Barons, like going like as far back as you're willing to look in history, like hundreds of years back. The Black Barons and their draconic bloodlines trying to conquer all of Sayaria, and how I guess primarily you work your way up into your father's history, as he is well documented from many different individuals globally who have come across him. He was a far-reaching traveler and ancient hero, and how he and his first wife, Wistira Eid.
What?
How do you spell Wistira?
Wistira, Whistera.
Now known as Mistress Hillel.
Wistira Eid Teravain Kalahoel.
First wife, you said.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Huh.
I'm glad that you looked into this, because this was a question that you could have asked your dad that I really wanted to drop on you.
That's why I was like, okay, I'll run this back and see if I can get some info.
And how Verdun, Vamora, and Wistira were a staple of promise and unification in the Twilight Forest. And then her departure. Her need as a human to be able to extend her life to live with him forever, or at least till the end of his life, drove her into the demonic magics that she now possesses, and her expulsion from Sayaria and divorce in marriage. Can I have one of those? I'm very hungry. I can't. Come here, you. Thank you.
So she kind of took a turn just because she wanted to live forever, and that led to kind of a rift or a split, literally, in the marriage.
Kind of explains how, in her lust for longevity, like how powerful mages, they want to learn or live forever and become powerful forever, become like liches, like undead living forever people. She kind of stumbled down one of those paths, and it led to her being corrupted. And after her divorce from Verdun, there's no further history. You just missed it. Mistress Hillel was Riordan's dad's first wife.
Oh shit.
Man, this guy got around. Fucking hell.
It's been around a long time.
And so there's nothing about like her getting trapped or anything like that, or like documented that way?
No documented history of her after her divorce from your dad.
Did Polgra come up at all, or did like my mom come up at all
Or
in
like
the book?
the old group.
Forget that.
Do we know what that old group was like called?
I can't remember.
With a 21, 4 books is all you get.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. Your mom hasn't come up. Like that's history up until like the last 50 years or so.
Cool. So that was Harbinger's Holdings, Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got, you say...
Yeah, Harbinger's historic holdings and conjoining the Continental early days. That was kind of the first dump. That was all that together.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not
And
to
then-
be confused with conjoining the art of twin seduction.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and then Twilith Twilight gives you that Mistress Hillel information and a little bit of early history about your dad.
And then dispelled,
It's a book
withheld,
from
concealed,
bombs.
whatever.
And fertilizer.
Because you were asking a magical question, right?
I wanted to get an understanding of Cristania and Mistress Hillel.
Right.
Yeah.
Dispelled, withheld, concealed, and shelled explains the rudimentary discovery of, or the rudimentary understanding of what Cristania was going after,
Right.
and how nobody's tried to attempt it since she was one of the most powerful magic users ever, and then suddenly her tower exploded and she was lost in space and time. So it does explain that there is magic out there that can utilize the power that holds the planes together, and the some ideal is that it is dangerous as fuck. And then there is also some mention of some new age magic, crystalline magic, which you are familiar with as seeing some of your mother's spells throughout the years, even though she kind of kept it low key. But you kind of thought, like, yeah, she's like a small magic user. Your eyes were kind of open during the onslaught on the Twilight Forest when the dragon and the high priestess came, and your mom was just like, just throwing magic fucking everywhere, and then cocooned half the people to keep them safe from an ancient green dragon, and how there's still magics in development to this day. There are the staples that have lasted thousands and thousands of years, but there are still individuals out there that are manifesting reality in new ways,
Right.
like your mother did.
So Cristania is basically one of those core magic users from way back in the day that can tap into that magic that holds the planes together.
Yeah.
Um,
She basically invented it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my mom in this case is like new age in that way with this kind of crystalline
Correct.
flavor of magic. Yeah.
And like, there's no names written in the book, but you get the sense that the stories that are being told that you're reading are about your mom in the last several hundred years.
Right. Cool.